dejado una frase para la historia. A la pregunta alrededor de si pueden ayudar a Israel y a Ucrania, la respuesta de Biden, que como les digo, va a ser histórica, ha sido que Estados Unidos puede con todo, básicamente. En palabras textuales, ha dicho, somos los Estados Unidos de América, por el amor de Dios. Ha dicho, por el amor de Dios, somos los Estados Unidos de América. Podemos ocuparnos de ambos, de Ucrania y de Israel, y seguir manteniendo nuestra defensa internacional en general. Pero esa frase de somos los Estados Unidos de América, por el amor de Dios, en la entrevista que se va a publicar esta noche por parte de CBS, 60 minutos, marca el camino de que Joe Biden cree que Estados Unidos, con esa máquina que tiene de hacer todo el dinero que quiera, es decir, con el dólar, puede con todo. Y sobre todo está dispuesto a llegar con todo a todo, tanto a Israel como a Ucrania. Muchísima tensión porque además se acaba de terminar el nuevo plazo que había dado.
Let's return to those live pictures coming into us from Gaza following reports of an Israeli airstrike on a hospital in central Gaza. These are pictures, we understand, of another hospital in Gaza where patients from that strike on another hospital are being brought to. The health ministry in Gaza is reporting that there have been 500 casualties in that Israeli airstrike. We don't have those figures verified, but they are reporting that 300 people have been killed. I just want to show you those still images as well that we've had in. And this is pictures that we've had which have been verified of this hospital, the Al-Ali hospital in the centre of the Gaza Strip following that airstrike. Well, let's talk to our correspondent John Donnison, who is following all the developments in Gaza. John, welcome to you. Little information coming into us. Just bring us up to date on what we do know about these reports of a strike on this hospital.
Well, look, certainly at this stage it looks to be one of the most deadly attacks of this conflict so far. It's very difficult to get an accurate picture of the numbers at this stage. This is the hospital run by the Baptist Church. It's right in the centre of Gaza City, close to the main square. We've seen the first images coming in showing buildings on fire, and as you say, in terms of numbers, we've got the Civil Defence Authority in Gaza talking about 300 people being killed, and the Health Ministry saying 500. But I should say at this stage it's difficult really for anyone to know, but we're getting images of the injured being rushed to hospital in Gaza, other hospitals. I mean, you have to remember that at this time there will have been hundreds, if not thousands, of people displaced from their homes, sheltering in this hospital, thinking it was a safe place. We have contacted the Israeli Defence Force for comment, but we've not heard back yet.
And just give us a sense of the geography. You said it's in central Gaza and you described it as being run by the Baptist Church. So this would have been very well known, a location as a hospital.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly everyone in Gaza would have known where it was. It's actually not that far from the BBC office in Gaza. I've walked past it many times when I was working there. And it's there's not a large Christian population in Gaza, but this was run by the Baptist Church. So every hospital in Gaza at the moment is not just a place where they're treating thousands of casualties, it's also a place where people are seeking shelter. We've seen the pictures from Shifa Hospital, also in Gaza City, where you've got thousands of people camped out in the hospital and in the hospital grounds, and we think it will have been the same there.
Yeah, and just looking for any kind of reaction from Israel, and as you mentioned, no response as yet. Do you think we can expect one fairly soon?
Well, they're going to be being asked what happened. Was this a mistake? Were they targeting someone or something specific in that hospital or below that hospital? They're going to be being asked because, of course, we've got Joe Biden arriving tomorrow, and the Americans have been urging Israel to limit the number of civilian casualties. And if Joe Biden arrives here tomorrow morning and we're getting confirmation that we've got people having been killed in their hundreds in a hospital in an apparent Israeli airstrike.
A esta hora, calientica para todos ustedes, la cadena de televisión Sky News acaba de entrevistar hace pocos minutos nada más y nada menos que al asesor principal del primer ministro Netanyahu, Mar Regev. Y las declaraciones de Regev han puesto al mundo en contra prácticamente. Y han generado una condena mundial. Porque tratando de justificar lo que hoy ha sucedido, no tiene precedentes. No hallaba cómo justificar algo injustificable, valga la expresión. Es decir, han atacado a un centro de salud donde había centenares de personas, niños, mujeres enfermos, sin ningún tipo de piedad ni compasión. Según las cifras que dio hace pocos instantes el canal Al Arabiya, sobrepasan más de 800 las personas que ya no lo pueden contar. Con lo cual Regev ha dicho que tanto los civiles como los combatientes no hay distinción para Israel en este momento. Y también dijo el canal Sky News de Australia que prácticamente todos los civiles y los objetos, las edificaciones están bajo amenaza y bajo ataque y son objetivos militares por parte del régimen en este momento, ha dicho Sky News. Hasta ahora, todo lo que se puede observar es que aparentemente hay un descontrol, hay un odio por parte de las personas que están en la cúpula del gobierno y hay un descontrol de la situación, un descontrol en el sentido de la búsqueda del equilibrio, la búsqueda de la paz, la búsqueda del raciocinio. No están cumpliendo ni la más mínima resolución de los organismos multilaterales, ni mucho menos de las leyes de la guerra, con lo cual están fuera de control, repetimos, y están en un plano de desequilibrio y el mundo aparentemente comienza a abrir los ojos porque hay condena en distintos países de lo que se está observando, de las imágenes que se están llegando. Y con lo que acaba de decir el asesor de Netanyahu, Regev, esto tiene a los líderes mundiales enervados por la situación y vamos a ver si se toma alguna.
Well, we just learned that the United States House of Foreign Affairs Committee is also not dead. They just drafted legislation that authorizes President Biden to go to war against Iran. So here we go, guys. This is a neocon's wet dream, of course. They've been wanting this for years. This is exactly what Republicans in Washington have wanted for many, many years. And by proxy, every Democrat wants it too. I mean, there are no anti-war people left in Congress at all. There's no daylight between these two corrupt political parties. Make no mistake about it. Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Maybe the only one who was like actively challenging money to Ukraine was Matt Gaetz. Heck, Jim Jordan was somebody, challenging money to Ukraine. But, I mean, they all fall in line eventually, it seems. Maybe Rand Paul, but for the most part. But anyway, this is a neocon's wet dream.
Not even Bernie Sanders.
Not even Bernie Sanders, yeah.
The thing we thought we would get from Bernie Sanders because he spoke out about the military-industrial
squad? Yeah, the squad. What happened to them?
I thought for sure he would be the one saying, at least let's do some bean counting.
No.
He wants no bean counting.
$33 trillion in debt. So, yeah, let's go to war. That's a good idea. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Mike McCall just told CNN that his committee is drafting legislation in the event that it's necessary to authorize U.S. military force if the current conflict between Israel and the 17 factions of Palestinians, you can call it Hamas if you want to. That's how the mainstream media frames it, of course. But if it spills over any further, then the U.S. would use military force if the current conflict between Israel and Palestinians basically broadens into a wider war with Iran. That's the message of this legislation from the U.S. Foreign Affairs Committee. And this gives Biden unlimited power to carry out attacks inside of Iran, using American men and women as sacrificial lambs for their neo-colonial aims. That's exactly what they're doing. Wait, did Biden...
En la guerra, los primeros en caer son la verdad y la inocencia. Dijo alguna vez el filósofo, escritor y pensador francés del siglo XX, Jean-Paul Sartre. Y sí, el conflicto en Israel y Gaza nos hace entender que los menos responsables son los que...